Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Danny. I'm coming back at you with a How I Make Crazy Money Serving 2. You guys really like the first one, so I guess I went ahead and made some other tips because a lot of people asked for a second one, so thanks. I'm just gonna get right into it. Number one thing I have on my list is your coworkers. Your coworkers are super important to you, and I'll tell you why. If you need to pick up and drop shifts, they're gonna be there for you if they like you. And that means you have to be a good coworker. People aren't going to want to do good things for you if you're not doing good things for them. So you need to make sure that you're helping out and you're doing your part for them so they can do their part for you, because people who don't like you just aren't going to do things for you. It sucks. Even though they should, it's their job. They're just not. It's just life. So the more people who like you, then the more they're gonna help you, and the more you can help them, and then you can maximize your money. So my tip number 2 is to read your guests. This is a big tip for a lot of beginner servers, especially a lot of servers I train. I feel like this is the biggest thing they need to learn. Just pick up on social cues, think about it as if you were sitting at a restaurant. If you're sitting down in a restaurant and you're kind of looking around, it's probably because you're not really enjoying yourself. You need something from your server. You're looking around for your server, somebody to help you. It's not, an enjoyable time. You want to give seamless service. You want your guests to need for nothing during their dining experience. You want to make sure you're hitting all those marks. And if there's something your guests need, then you're getting that immediately for them. Because again, if you are sitting in a restaurant and you're talking, you're enjoying yourself, the vibe is right, you're probably having a good time. But if you're sitting there, kind of just looking around, it's probably because you're not really enjoying yourself. Something's off. So make sure you do everything in your power to make sure that nothing is off. When you're serving people, you want to be an open book. You want to be as approachable as possible. And you don't want people to feel like they're bothering you to get you something. You want to be hospitable. So make sure when your guests want something, you're saying, absolutely, of course. You're more than happy to help them. This third tip should be an obvious one, but write things down. Write things down for the people in the back over there. Write things down. Oh my gosh, how many times do I have to say it? Write your stuff down. Definitely write things down. I see a lot of servers don't do this, and it's just like, half the time, I don't know if it's you guys, but for me, half the time, if I go to a restaurant and my server doesn't write something down, something that I want isn't coming out. And that sucks, because that affects your tip. Hello? From mouth to pad, from pad to computer to ticket, from ticket to table. Everything will be flawless if you just trust the process. Definitely just write everything down, It doesn't take that much effort. And also, I like to write things down a lot, even if it's tiny orders, because a lot of times I just make sure I pay attention when I write things down, write down every detail, oh, I might need to grab this or that for another table. They're still working on their appetizer, so I'm not going to bring this in right away. And then I can go back to the computer. Oh no, I don't know what they ordered. Yeah, I do, because I have everything they wrote on my notepad. So that's just number one thing for me. Write things down, please. A lot of people don't understand this, but just write things down and nothing will ever come out wrong if you just write it down and bring it in properly. And always, when you bring something in, always just double check that you bring it in right. Because there are so many times where I thought myself that I was gonna bring things in right, but then I didn't. So just always make sure that what you bring in corresponds with what's exactly on your notebook, and nothing will ever come out wrong. You will never have to worry about things coming out wrong unless it's the kitchen's fault, but it will never be your fault because you did your job right. Another thing I mentioned in my last video, which I just want to touch on again, is that if your managers ask you to stay, then stay. Stay at work if your managers ask you to stay. What else are you gonna do? You're already dressed, your makeup is done, if you're a guy, you might have, cleaned up or whatever. You're there, stay. What else are you gonna do? Why get ready for another shift when you can stay there and make money? Especially, a lot of times how I would make money is I would come in like on a Friday or Saturday morning, I would open and I would work a double, but I would tell my manager in the morning that I wanted to close. this way he knew before the dinner people even came in that nobody could say, oh, can I close? Because when I would close, you know, just as like a closer, you can get an extra 4 tables and make an extra $100 closing serving. You know, that's an easy flip. Or sometimes you can get 5, 6, 7 tables that you wouldn't have got if you had left early. That's a lot of money. You know, staying at work for an extra 3-4 hours for, you know, a couple $100 is a good deal. So definitely, if you're at work already, just stay at work. If your manager says, oh, it's dead, do you want to go home? No, like, I'll close if it's cool with you. Yeah, sure. There are mornings at work where I've made over $250 and it was dead, but I was the only server on. So I had, you know, an extra 8, 9, 10 tables that other people didn't have because they left, and I would make so much money Tuesday, Monday morning. That was my deal. That was my jam. Okay, so definitely, even if you think it's dead and it's not worth staying at work, just stay. You're already there. You might as well make extra money instead of leaving work and then potentially spending money. So I definitely just recommend, you know, staying at work. It's a hustle. All right, guys, so those are my tips on how I made crazy money serving and how you can make crazy money serving as well. Definitely go ahead and leave a like and a comment. Let's have a conversation. I love talking to you guys. If you also want to talk to me, you could go ahead and follow me on IG at Danny M. Card. It's going to be down in the description below. And also subscribe, please. Thank you so much, and have happy holidays this year, and I hope you make crazy money.